Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E475, a 1956 D plastic tubed roll. We are back from the last reveal. Not much to find in it. We did have some listed Cuds on coins. Besides that, it was an empty roll as far as die varieties go. We'll let a couple people get in here and we will get things started. I expected everybody to be back in here. We got 1, 3, there we go. Now the viewers are going up. I will go ahead and get these coins out. Stan Horn is back. Welcome back, Stan. Well, we shot up to 6 viewers and shot back down to 2. This roll has some potential. Hopefully we find some good stuff in it. Bethelyn, welcome back. We will get it started with Taco John. Kurt Pierce in the house. All right, first coin up. We will look at the first 10 reverses or so. Otis, welcome. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I'll have a 61D roll. If you guys have any dates, I know I've got Dirty Waters 75P roll down, but I don't have one out yet. Oh, there we go. We've got an RPM. Let's see if we can get a little better look at it. Alright, a little bit, see if we can get a little bit more out of it. That is it. So let's see if we can find anything that is close to that. Well, it has to be exact because this is not a close call type hobby. So let's see what we got. We're going to start in the back and go down. And this is definitely strong enough to list. So far, nothing in the listings that I see. Nothing in the Copper Coins listings. I got a very limited number in the Wexler listings on my photo sheet. Not that. Nothing I see on my little cheat sheet from Wexler either. So I'll have to put this one aside for Carl. But even easy to see top serif is really pushed out. So we will put that over here in its own little pile. Well, hopefully it's a pile. Frostbite, Tim Weber, welcome. First RPM of the roll. And we need to get this back down to size. And looks like we got a little doubled eyelid. Let me check and see what we got for doubled eyelids here. All right, it's not 1, it's not 2, not 3. It is very close. No die clash. Doesn't have that. Look at reverse. Doesn't have that, so we will go back to the obverse. See if there's any more. Mint mark is wrong. Wow, there are a lot of doubled eyelids. Get another look at it. Too close for a mint mark. Wow, there are quite a few. That one's real close, but the mint mark's in the wrong spot. Well, nothing. I see screams at me. So I will hold this one aside for Dan. And put it in the variety pile. 2 out of 3 coins. Not too shabby so far. Coin for Brad. Brad gets a normal coin. Coin number 5. Dirty Water. Where is DW today? Adventures with Maxwell. Hello. Hope everybody's weekend has been as good as mine. I've been busy all weekend, but it has been pretty good. Back home from a long week in the UP. I used to like going up there. I haven't been up there. It has been, maybe 15 years. Maybe even longer. Used to go to Escanaba, and then I'd go to Ontonagon every once in a while. Ontonagon is a city that doesn't have a whole lot there. Of course, Escanaba was like that too. I'm not sure how they are now. $64p Washington Quarter. Right, nice. Excellent finds, Bethalan. Let me see if that's what I'm actually thinking it is before I sit there and tell you that. Yeah, not too bad at all. No, I used to go deer hunting up there though, Kurt. Back when I was young. It was actually a pretty good place to hunt. And I think there it is, one of our double dies. That's what we want, Bethland. I want you to learn everything you can. That is my goal. Is for you guys to look at coins and be able to do and identify anything you need to identify. Well, it depends if your terminology is the same as it was 20 years ago. Adventures with Maxwell. But maybe. There's another one of the RPMs. That's a nice one so far too. That's the nicer one of the two. Got a little bit of black stuff here. Ah, all right. Whereabouts do you go to, Maxwell? So far, a double die and or two copies of each of a double die and an RPM. Oh, all right. Yeah, I did most of my deer hunting in a city called Burnside or near Marlette. My sister had 100 acres there, and it was a great place to hunt. But I would go up to Atlanta and hunt sometimes, and then Ontonagon and hunt sometimes. And I did deer hunt in Florida one time back in the early 90s, and I couldn't tell you where I went now. I used to love those fly-in trips like you'd get in northern Ontario, the pike fishing. Oh, they were great. Seems like in my old age, though, I kind of give up on hunting and fishing and really have no desire. I mean, I've fished a few times, but no desire. There is another one of the double dies to See if I can see this in Wexler's listings. No real desire to hunt anymore. Fishing, I'll do it occasionally. I'm going to say this is not... Oh, there's a lot of them, isn't there? If it's listed on Wexler's, I don't think it's posted yet. Boy, he's got a lot of them listed too. So our third copy of the double die in the roll. Meeker, Colorado. Ooh. I never had the patience for bow hunting. I did enjoy hunting in general, though. Used to like bird hunting a lot. Went out on a couple charter hunts. Elk and mule deer in Montana. Never got any elk, got a mule deer. But everybody that was in my party basically got an elk besides me, and the guide never found one for me to shoot. That should be the doubled eyelid, and it is. Coin 18, Stan. That should be the doubled eyelid, and it is. Coin 19. Carl. So a class 4 double die and a pretty nice RPM in the roll so far. Coin 20, Brad. There's a copy of the RPM. So far, a nice original roll, about 5 die pairs in it. One an RPM, one a DDO. Coin 21, Taco John. Some of you all that have been doing this a long time must be getting pretty good collections of RPMs and doubled dies. I know I've got a huge collection just from the stuff from Copper Coins, plus stuff I found on my own. So I can imagine that you guys do too. And one of the RPM. Ooh, 39D DDO number 3, Washington quarters. I'll have to look that one up too. Let me check that out. How did you find 2 of them? That's a weird date to find 2. And are they uncirculated or? All right. That's a tough one to see too, Bethlehem. You really got to have your eyes opened up to find that one. Ah, all right. Good idea. This should be our DDO. So we're getting lots now. Coin 24 for Frank. Haven't seen Frank in here today. Coin 25, Tim Weber. Yeah, that one would be a tough one to see. Now, are you using a microscope or are you using a magnifier? I mean, I personally use both. But a lot of people prefer one over the other. It took me a long time to use both. Good idea. It took me a long time to get used to searching on a microscope. Basically, I was doing reveals. Before that, I basically found everything in a recliner, watching TV, looking through a loop. Now I use the loop a lot less because most everything involves me needing the scope for photography and stuff like that. That should be the double die. Nice little marker right there. Coin 29. Ant is on the ribbon. Yep. That, it looks like there's a good marker on the R of trust too. They don't show no markers that much on Variety Vista. I've got a few quarter varieties, but it's basically been stuff I've found in like proof sets and stuff like that. Very few other quarters. I used to have quite a few, but they got stolen when a lot of my coins got stolen, and I never really replaced them. I replaced the RPMs as I find them. But because I kind of collect RPMs more than double dies. The double dies just kind of became a something I did while I did the other, and so I've got a lot of them now. Most double dies I look for are the real big ones. Coin 32. What did you look on Wexler's? He usually has, I think, better markers, or at least better explanations of where the markers are. But the problem is a lot of the coins aren't crossed, and a lot of the coins aren't listed on either one, because one person preferred to send it to one attribution service or the other and didn't send it to both. Coin 33. Carl, I do my best to cross everything I can to all three. Either through, because I've got a collection of a bunch of from Wexler and the Conecuh collection. So I always look at coins, and there's nothing better when you're attributing a coin than having an example of the coin in your hand to compare it to, because I can do my best in photographing markers and telling you where to look and what die scratches and what die gouges to look for. But when it push comes to shove, you really start looking like the RPM 99, 60D RPM 99. When I found out it was the same as 74, was because of the reverse die, but I did find markers that go through all the die states on the obverse die, and they had not been listed anywhere. From copper coins, Wexler, or Variety Vista, or Conecuh. So, a coin in hand. I know John Bordner, a legend RPM guy, been passed away for a while now. He always wanted to match coins up. He used photography, but he always wanted to verify with a physical coin. And I think it's great when I see something and I can't verify by pictures and I have a physical coin, 50% of the time I end up finding something to link it to. There was just one I did yesterday. Don't remember what it was. All right, there is another RPM. Little struck through grease. So Dirty Water gets a copy of the RPM we're finding. A lot more of the double dies in the RPMs. Shinbone. I do plan on doing some videos and stuff like that on non-cent varieties. I just got to get time. I got to get all this stuff caught up, so I have time to do it. And then I have to kind of come up with a template to do it, so it's easy as taking pictures and adding sound for it. Because I really enjoy collecting war nickel varieties. That's one of my other passions, and I do collect both double dies and RPMs in the war nickels. Oh, now the 44S, I think I actually have that one. Let's see. Not that one. 44D, DDO number 2. I have got a copy of that one. Next coin for Tim. So we will do a recap, try to let everybody know what they got after I'm done with the roll. We'll have a 61D roll tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Hope to see everybody there. We'll be having a reveal sale. Hope to see everybody there. I probably will not be. I'm going to try to send an email one more time, but if it doesn't work right, I am going to quit sending email. It seems like my email address has been flagged by Yahoo and Comcast as being spam, and I end up getting all sorts of mail and threatening mail from email servers and stuff like that. Dan McCumber, you are late. We're almost done with our second roll for the day. Hope everything's okay. You just slept in because you stayed up all night. This should be, and it is, one of the double dies that we are getting. Coin 45, Paul Hampton. Got the other on your phone. All right. Paul gets a double die. Coin 46, Matthew Merriman. And that double die, yeah. No. That looks close. Wait, that is one. See the die gouge? There. Seems like it's not as well pronounced on this copy. There it is. Coin 47, Ant. Cut on a 40p, all right. We found a pretty decent cud in the last roll, or one that's listed on Cuds on Coins. All right, Frostbite, I hope you have a great day. Getting near the end here. Coin 49, Sissy. And the final coin in this roll goes to Stan. Alrighty, let's do a recap, see who got what. We've got the double die, and that is coins 3, 8, 14, 17, 18, 23, 28, 44, 45, and 46, and those are for Dan, Tim, Paul, Sissy, Stan, Shinbone, Paul, Mark, Paul, and Matt Merriman. And then the RPMs, we've got coins 2, 10, 20, 22, and 37. And that is for Carl, Kurt, Brad, Dirty Water, and Dirty Water. Congratulations on those who got variety coins. I want to thank everybody for joining me, and hope to see you tomorrow for this roll. The tape is starting to fall off of it. That roll right there, and that'll be 5 o'clock. And then we will have a reveal sale. If you think of a date you want to see, let me know. But I'll see you in the neighborhood. We'll talk to y'all later.